welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be sharing 6 square knot variations with you that you can use for various macrame projects. And with all of the examples I will show you, we will be using a lark's head knot. In order to see a full step-by-step tutorial on the lark's head knot, head to the video in the card above. All of these knots are variations on the square knot, so let's review how to make one. To do so, we usually use 4 cords, and we start with the left working cord. Place it over the other cords, and then place the right working cord on top of the left. Continue with that right working cord and bring it behind the 2 middle standing cords and through the space between the left working and left standing cord from back to front. That's our first half of the square knot, and we will repeat the same on the other side. Bring that right working cord over all of the cords, and then bring that left working cord over the right. Continue with that left working cord and bring it behind the 2 middle standing cords, and then pull it through that space between the right working and standing cord from back to front. Now we have a complete square knot, and feel free to check out that video in the card above for a more beginner-friendly tutorial. Alright, so the first square knot variation I will show you is the Pico Knot. This is a loopy knot that can be used to add a decorative flair to your project, such as in a tapestry or to make a belt. To create it, we will leave a gap between the lark's head knot on the dowel and the square knot that we will create. And here I am measuring a 6-inch or 15.24 centimeters space and then working my square knot. Now that I have my square knot, I will simply hold onto those 2 middle cords and push up on the square knot and bring it up to meet the bottom of the lark's head knot. Now I have this lovely Pico knot, and I will continue with working another one, but only with a 5-inch or 12.7 centimeter space this time. Then I push up on the square knot, only holding onto those 2 middle cords again, and bring it all the way up to meet the previous Pico knot. Now I'll work another one with the 4-inch or 10.16 centimeter space, and this time this will make the loop a bit smaller. So the distance between the knots definitely determines how big the loops will be, and I kept working the loops to be a smaller distance each time so that you see the detail it creates. And here we are. Let me know what you think of this knot below and how you might use it in your projects. The next one is the Zigzag Knot, and this one could be nice to use in a tapestry or plant hanger. In order to create it, first mount another cord onto your dowel using the lark's head knot so that you have 3 cords mounted in total. Now work a left-facing square knot with the 4 cords to the left, and to do this, we will start with the left working cord first. And I tend to usually work with left-facing squares as my default, and you can tell that it's the left-facing square because we'll have this vertical line on the left side. Now we will work a right-facing square with the 4 cords to the right, working with the right cord first, and continue tying the square knot. Of course, we know it's a right-facing square knot because that vertical line is on the right this time. So now continue with working with the zigzag square knots. And here it is. How would you use this pattern in your project? Let me know below. Now we'll work a star knot. To do so, start with the middle 4 cords and work a square knot. Then work 2 square knots side by side. And to do this, we will use only 1 filler cord in the middle, but we'll otherwise tie the square knot as usual. So first I tied a left-facing square, and now I'll tie a right-facing square right next to it. Then tie 1 more square knot below both with the 4 middle cords. Now we've completed the star knot, and you can see that lovely middle diamond shape in the center, which is what gives it the name star knot. Feel free continuing to work the star knots as you like, and let me know below how you might use this knot for your design. Now I'll show you how to create the fishbone knot. There are several different ways to do this, but I'll share one simple way with you. First, let's mount 1 more cord with the lark's head knot so that we have 4 cords mounted in total. First, start with the 4 cords in the middle and work a square knot. Now we will cross those working cords over the top of the 2 neighboring cords, and these 2 cords will now be our working cords. With those 2 new working cords, we will work a square knot directly below the first, and use those 2 middle standing cords so that it's directly beneath the first. Now cross all 4 of the cords over the remaining neighboring 2 cords, and we will work a square knot with those 2 next working cords. Now we will go back to the first 2 cords at the top and cross them in front of all the cords and work a square knot. Feel free to adjust this knot and push it up to give it that nice circular shape. Then move on to the next 2 cords and work your next square knot. Now move on to the next 2 working cords and work another square knot. And just continue repeating this pattern as many times as you like. And remember that you will start to run out of string quicker with those working cords. So you want to at least make them twice as long as the 2 middle standing cords for this knot. And this is what it looks like once it's complete. How would you use this in your design? Let me know in the comments below. The next knot I'll show you how to make is the double spiral knot. This one is very useful for a plant hanger, and if you want to see a review of how to make a regular spiral knot, head to the video in the card above. To create it, begin with only 1 cord mounted to the dowel, and then take your second cord and bring it behind the first. Now tie the first part of your square knot, bring that left working cord over the 2 middle, and then bring that right over the left, and continue with that right, bringing it behind the 2 middle and through that space from back to front. Pull the ends and push it up to the top. Now take a second cord and tie it in that same way, tying the first half of the square knot, and then bring it up to meet the first. Next, use those cords from the first knot as the working cords and create another half square knot. Then move to the next two cords from that second half of the square and work another half square knot. And we will continue alternating between the two sets of working cords, and you'll notice that this knot is starting to spiral a bit and creates a more intricate and detailed double spiral pattern than just the regular spiral knot. This would be really cool to use with multiple colors of string as well, but how would you use it for your project? Let me know below. The last square knot variation I'll show you is the wave knot. This is a really fun knot and one of my favorites. To begin, mount 3 cords to the dowel as one lark's head knot. Now we have our 6 strands, and we'll take those 3 strands with the right hand, leave 2 as the middle standing cords, and take only 1 cord in our left hand. Then take those 3 strands and cross them over the middle 2 strands. Now take that 1 strand in our left hand and place it over the 3 strands. Then continue with that 1 strand, place it behind the 2 middle standing strands, and then bring it between that space between the 3 strands and the middle 2 from back to front, and pull on the ends to tighten. Then do the same but in the opposite way this time to complete the square knot. To continue, take those 3 cords and place them over the middle 2. Place that single cord over the 3, and then continue with that single cord, placing it behind the 2 middle standing cords and through that space between the 3 cords and the 2 middle standing cords from back to front. The important thing here is to make sure that those 3 cords stay stacked and don't get twisted. Now we have completed one wave knot, and you can see how it creates the beautiful wave shape. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel for more tutorials and videos, and click the bell for updates as I post each week. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.